Hello everyone, welcome to day 12 of Mail Lead Code Challenge, and today's question is range query sum 2D immutable. So without much ado, let's look at the presentation that I have created for this. It's not a very tough question, it's a simple question provided you know few concepts of prefix sum algorithm. So let's get started with it, and let me just take a pen here. Range query sum 2D immutable. The question says that we are given a matrix and we need to compute the sum of numbers starting from R1 C1 to R2 C2. For example, the sum of this complete block would be 5 plus 6, 8 plus 7, 17 plus 11 is 28. And there will be multiple queries that for which you need to calculate this sum, and you need to do it in the best optimized time. So the naive approach that comes to your mind, that you store the complete matrix to create a copy of the complete matrix and store it in some 2D array, and then whenever there is a query sum request starting from R1 C1 to R2 C2, you calculate that information on runtime. But this is not an optimized approach, because every time you'll be start moving from R1 to R2 and C1 to C2. So the complexity of query sum would be order of n into m, because you're moving from R1 to R2 and from C1 to C2 on every query request. So let's assume there are k queries that the system made. The total complexity would become order of k into n into m. Can we reduce this complexity from a third degree to a 2 degree? The answer is yes. How? So let's look at it. It's a two-step process. The first thing that we are going to do, using the input matrix, we'll do some pre-processing on this input matrix and build a processed data. And using this processed data, we will find out the sum of incoming queries in constant time. So the time complexity will reduce from order of n cube or third degree to order of k. So let's hypothetically assume that we are given an input matrix as a, b, c and d, where a, b, c, d are any random integers, and we'll create a prefix sum matrix or the DP matrix, whatever you want to call it, of one row greater than the number of rows that we have in the input matrix and one column greater than the number of columns that we have in the matrix. That will help us in the computation process. In the prefix sum matrix or the DP matrix, each index will hold the sum of all the integers that are there up till that row and column. For example, this index will hold the sum of all the integers that are there up till this row and column, which is a. Here it will hold a plus b. Look in this direction. Here it will hold a plus c, this direction, and here it will hold the sum of all the numbers that are there in the input array, because that's the last index. So ab plus cd. And how can we generate this? Using the pre-computed values. So we have a formula for this. dp or the prefix sum of I comma j equals to dp of I minus 1 j dp of I j minus 1 plus matrix of I j and subtracting dp of I minus 1 j minus 1. So how did we compute this value? So let's forget we have not still decided what value will come here. So let's use the previous values that we computed. A plus b, a plus c, a plus b and a is already filled in the DP matrix. So how will you fill this value? You are pretty sure that d will surely come up. So matrix of I comma j holds that value. So that stands for d. And what you are going to do, you will add the one upper value and one left value. That stands for a plus c plus a plus b. And you will observe that you added a twice, because it becomes something like this: d plus c plus b plus 2a. Now you will have to subtract one instance of a. Therefore you will subtract dp of I minus 1 j minus 1 in order to get a plus b plus c plus d. A plus b plus C plus D. This is the proof of this mathematical formula that we have created. You can use the same formula for other values as well, and you will see that it holds true. Now let's talk about how this formula can actually help us in finding the query sum in order of 1. For that, we have also devised another formula which states that the sum of numbers from R1 C1 to R2 C2 equals to dp of R2 plus 1 C2 plus 1 minus R1 plus 1 C2 minus R2 C2 C1 plus 1 plus R1 C1. So let's just talk about the proof of this mathematical formula. So we have the dp or the prefix sum matrix as something like this, and let's talk about we only are interested in finding the sum of this particular cell. The value that is held in the dp or the prefix sum matrix at this particular index is a plus b plus c plus d. We'll subtract the upper top value and the sideways left value from this value, a plus b plus c plus d minus a minus b minus a minus c. What will we get? A plus b plus c plus d minus a minus b, the top value subtracting the left value a minus c. So this gets cancelled, b gets cancelled, c gets cancelled, so we are left with d minus a. Therefore we will have to add the diagonally upwards value so as to get the sum of all the numbers up till this particular index. So we'll have to add a here, and a is nothing but dp of R1 C1. So consider this as dp of R1 C1, this value as dp of R2 plus 1 C2 plus 1, and this value as dp of R1 plus 1 C2, and this value as R2 C1 plus 1. So therefore we get in the end the query sum as D as our answer. So let's take one example so that we get a good hold of this concept. I have taken a slightly different example, a 3D matrix where the numbers are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And as per the logic discussed, we'll create a dp or the prefix sum matrix of one row higher and one column higher than the length and the breadth of the input matrix. So we have 4 cross 4 matrix, and we created the first row as all zeros and the first column as all zeros. And let's just fill in the remaining values that are there in the prefix sum or the dp matrix. So let's just talk about the first value here. The value at the 0th column and the 0th index in matrix is 1. So 1 plus the diagonally up value which is 0, the left value which is 0, and subtracting the diagonal value which is 0. So 1 plus 0 minus 0 is 1 itself, so we get 1 here. Let's talk about the next index. What is the value in the matrix? The value is 2. So 2 plus the top value in the dp array, the left value in the dp array, and subtracting the diagonal value. So 2 plus 1 plus 0 minus 0 is 3, so we get 3 here. Let's talk about the next index. So we have 3 plus the top value which is 0, the left value which is 3, minus the diagonal value. 3 plus 3 is 6, so we get 6 here. Let's move on to the next iteration. We have 4, and 4 plus top value which is 1, 4 plus 1 is 5, left value which is 0, again the value remains 5, and minus 0, the value remains 5. Let's move ahead with the next iteration. We have 5 plus top value 3, 8 plus 5, 13, minus 1 which is 12, so we get 12 here. And let's move on to the next iteration. We have 6 plus 12 plus 6 minus 3 is 21, so we get 21 here. Let's move on to the next iteration. 7 plus 5 minus 0 plus 0 is 12, so we get 12 here. And this value is 8, so 8 plus 12 minus 5 is 27, so we get 27 here. And also I would like to highlight one thing. If you consider the value at this particular index, it is 5, it is the sum of the complete row and column up till this particular index. If you consider the value at this particular index, it is the sum of all the elements that are there up till this particular index. 1 plus 4 plus 7, it is 12. Let's take another example, 21. So it is equal to the sum of all the values that are there up till this particular index. Let's confirm this. 1 plus 2 plus 3 is 6, 6 plus 4 is 10, 10 plus 5 is 15, 15 plus 6 is 21. And you can check for any other value and conclude this. So once we have built this DP and we are done with this pre-processing, let's see how can we compute the search query in order of 1. Let's assume we are interested in finding out the sum of all the numbers from 1, 1 till 2, 2, and we'll use the same formula that I specified in the past and explained the proof of it as well. So let's get started. What is R2 plus 1? R2 in this case is 2, so 3, comma, C2 is again 3. So DP of 3, 3 is 45. So I extract 45 here. And let's subtract. What is R1? R1 is 1. C2 plus 1 is 3. C2 being 2. So what is 1, 3? 1, 3. So we'll go and extract 6 minus 6 plus minus DP of R2 plus 1 C1. R2 is 2. So 3, 1. 3, 1 is 12. So we'll write minus 12 here and plus 1, 1 because R1 is 1, C1 is 1. So the value here is 1. So the formula becomes 45 minus 18 plus 1, which is nothing but 28. And let's just verify it as well. So we have 5 plus 6 is 11, 11 plus 8 is 19, 19 plus 9 is 28 as expected. So you can try multiple test cases using this formula and you will get the result. If you analyze the formula again, you will observe that DP of 3, 3 is nothing but sum of the complete matrix, which is 45. What is DP of 1, 3? 1, 3 is nothing but the sum of these three elements. What is DP of 3, 1? It is nothing but sum of these three elements. And what you are actually doing, you have calculated the total sum and subtracted these two values from it and added this value one more time because it was subtracted twice, as I showed in that example. I hope this pictorial representation made it clear to you guys. And now let's move on to the coding part. The code is pretty straightforward. I created a DP array or a prefix sum array, and I put some checks here whether the row count is 0 or column count is 0. I abort the process. Otherwise, I created two variables, number of rows and number of columns that are there in the input matrix. I initialize the DP matrix to one size greater than the size of the input row count and the column count, and I started building the DP array. I started from I equals to 1 position, went up till m, and j started from I equals to 1, went up till n. And I use the same formula that was specified in the presentation to actually fill in values in the DP array. And once we have done that, let's try and calculate the sum region. And I again use the same formula that I specified in the presentation, DP of R2 plus 1, C2 plus 1 minus DP of R1, C1, C2 plus 1 minus DP of R2 plus 1, C1 plus R1, C1. The time complexity of querying turns out to be order of 1, and for building the DP matrix, the time complexity is order of n into m. Let's just try this solution. Accepted. I hope you liked today's video. If you did, please don't forget to share and subscribe to the channel. Have a good day ahead. Thanks for watching it.